Hello there, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Today we're going to be watching and reacting to another BlessedArch video. This one on four capitals. Hello, YouTube? Why YouTube? Why is YouTube like this? On four capital cities built in the 20th century. Oh my. Oh my. So, if you don't know, I actually run, well, this reaction channel was actually a geoguessing channel before it became a reaction channel. Then it became a reaction channel, and I made another channel where I do geoguessing. So this is the channel where I do geoguessing. Go and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. But basically, what geoguessing is, you get placed somewhere random in the world, sometimes a particular country, sometimes a particular continent, sometimes the entire world. I do a lot of USA and India, and I've been, I do world stuff as well. I go all over the place, but I do a lot of USA and India. And this is one of my passions, I guess, is just going out there and seeing what we can see. I really really enjoy geography, the way cities are, the way roads are. It's a weird little fascination of mine. So this video here seems right up my alley. Link to the video will be in the description down below, as is with every single video that I react to, so please go and support the original creator. So yeah, four capital cities built in the 20th century. Let's see what BlessedArch has to say today.
In the 20th century, a lot of new cities around the world were created.
It's a bird. Is this Brazil? This is Brasilia, right? I think this is Brasilia.
Some of these cities were capitals of their countries, and they're some of the finest examples of modernist urban designs, and till today are great case studies for architects and planners around the world. So today on BlessedArch, let's actually travel back in time and look at four capital cities that were built in the 20th century.
I mean, technically a lot of capitals were probably built in the 20th century. But yeah, sure, go ahead.
Our first city takes us to the capital of Brazil. This is Brasilia. Now before Brazil...
I knew it. I knew it. The area code for Brasilia is 61. Fun fact, if you're ever doing GeoGuessr and you get placed in Brazil, the easiest way to find out which state or which area you're in, which city you're in, is to look for the area codes. They're very, very simple. Brasilia is 61, and pretty much every single sign in Brazil has like a WhatsApp number. And in front of that WhatsApp number will be the two-digit area code.
Brasilia, the capital of Brazil, was Rio de Janeiro, and because of this, most of the country's resources were concentrated in the southeastern region. The government wanted to create a new capital that could be more inland and get people and resources towards the center of the country. Thus, the idea of Brasilia was born. There was actually a competition held for its design, and the winner of the competition was Lucio Costa. So let's take a look at his award.
I didn't know it was held for a competition. A competition was held for it. I knew it was specifically built. And they went out of their way to develop the whole area as the capital, which, I mean, most places probably are technically, but not really. Sometimes they just kind of happen.
Award-winning design for this city. Costa created this plane or bird-like design. His guiding principles are two main axes. This one called the monumental axis and this one called the residential axis. Now along the monumental axis you find all the political and administrative buildings. The residential axis is where the other functions like housing.
I've done geoguessing here before. It's interesting. It's nice. The city's very nice. It's a very nice city.
Offices, schools and shops were located. Now what he skillfully did here was to create the concept of super blocks. It's almost like neighborhood units. All of the functions I described, all located in each of these super blocks.
I really enjoy it. Look how like green it is. And even the main roads here, like look how green the main roads are. Like not only around the houses in the blocks and the apartment buildings and whatever they stuff into here, but the roads too. Can we just take a step back? Look how green. Look how green it all is. Wow.
Housing, offices, schools, and shops were located. Now, what he skillfully did here was to create the concept of super blocks. It's almost like neighborhood units. All of the functions I described, all located in each of these super blocks. This is done so that a resident who lives in the super block does not have to travel far for their daily needs. So if you notice, there were almost like these two main zones within the city. Also, another thing to notice is the green corridors and the integration of nature within the city. By the way,
I noticed that right away.
Brasilia was built in less than 4 years. Now, although the master plan was made by Costa, the main public buildings here were designed by Oscar Niemeyer, and he created some fantastic architecture in the city. I've actually made a whole documentary about Oscar Niemeyer and all of his works, and yes, that includes Brasilia as well. You should see a pop-up somewhere here. Go watch that video.
Nothing popped up
After this one. Today, this entire city is a World Heritage Site, the youngest city to ever earn that title. But even though
That's kind of crazy. I didn't know that.
loads of architects and urban planners love this city, and it's almost a case study when you're studying city planning. There are a lot of people who criticize this city's plan as well. A big criticism here is distances. Because of the symbolism of the plane, you can see how the city is stretched out. So to travel from one place to the other, the distance is huge, and this increases dependencies on cars. There's actually so much to discuss in this city, both good and bad. But I'm thinking maybe I'll save all of that for a whole in-depth video on this city in particular, like a whole video dedicated to Brasilia. Let me know if you'd like to watch that. For now,
Sure,
let's move
why
on to
not?
our next city
Oh.
on the list.
We're going to Australia. Here?
The capital of
Here. It's like Candleberry or something.
Australia. This is Canberra. Now, before we actually continue to the next
Canberra.
city, I just want to make a short plea. Most of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed to this channel. So I'm actually on a mission to make architecture and design more accessible and to make it
No way. YouTube, what are you doing? Jump ahead? No, YouTube. Look at this. You can skip his call to action. Guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to not only myself, but to the original channel as well. YouTube is skipping the call to action. That's crazy.
reach as many people around the world as possible. Now, as much effort that I put in, this can only be possible with your help. It'll just take a second, so if you could please hit that subscribe button, because the more subscribers we have, the more I can reach people around the world. It's just a small thing and it'll be of great help. So thank you so much. Please do subscribe. And
This is a Yeti microphone, right? I forget the branding. Oh, it's Yeti branding, but I don't remember what this particular one is called. The small one is called like the Yeti Snowball. I don't remember what this one's called. It's a very recognizable one. I have a Samsung microphone, and it's broken at, well, the microphone isn't broken, but my my arm is broken. You can kind of see it right here. I've had to duct tape it and zip tie it to its mount. Yeah, so oh, that was a pain.
let's continue. Now, Australia became a self-governing nation in 1901. There was a lot of debate around which city should serve as the capital for this country. Finally, it was decided.
Oh, they didn't think about Perth? I mean, Perth is like the majority of the people live over here on the Golden Coast. Perth is way out here. It's like an anomaly. I mean, not really, but like it's like it's people live here, right? It's like people live here, nobody lives here, and then people live here.
In 1901. There was a lot of debate around which city should serve as the capital for this country. Finally, it was decided that a new one would be built, and thus was born Canberra. Once again, Australia
Canberra.
also held a design competition for this city. And out of the 137 entries,
I didn't know that either. That's pretty cool, man. What do we have a lake and three basins and another lake over here. Why the basins? Why the basins?
from around the world, the winning proposal came from Walter Burley Griffin and Marion Mahoney Griffin.
Look at the way the roads are. Look how like circular everything is and like geometrical.
So let's take a closer look at the design of the city. Now, Canberra is actually located in a place with hills surrounding it from multiple sides. So the design honored these boundaries. Now, this right here is the main axis of the city. It starts here at the mountain, comes down to the war memorial, and then the axis continues till the
I like how it travels all the way through, even across the this basin here, which I guess it's not really a basin. It looks like it's just the part of the lake now, right? Unless, no, I doubt these are gates.
Parliament. Now, if you notice, this design also forms a triangle. This is
A triangle. Oh yeah, it does. I've not had a geoguesser guess in Canberra before, so this is all new to me.
It's called the National Triangle or the Parliamentary Triangle. Here, one of the axes is the Parliament, one is the defense headquarters, and one is the City Hill. Within this triangle, there are a lot of significant government buildings. And around one of its vertices, the City Hill, is the civic center of the city. This area contains shops, markets, restaurants, theaters, and many such spaces. Also,
That's
you see
pretty
this
cool.
layout
But is there
of the
no
city. This area
easy way to get to the hill itself? Because I would imagine like this could have been potentially a good little. I mean, I say little, it's massive, it's bigger than all the buildings around it. But this could have been like a fun little park area, right? But if you look all around it, it's a giant roundabout, and there's no real easy access to this hill.
area contains shops, markets, restaurants, theaters, and many such spaces. Also, you see this lake right here? This is an artificially created lake. Now, even though Canberra today is a popular city, for a long time it wasn't developed properly. Right from the time when Griffin came on board to help design and construct the city, he realized there's a lot of interference from the administration. He actually left the project in 1920. Post that, the World War also slowed things down, and after the war, the city looked like a bunch of disjointed villages. But
Wow.
slowly, more and more attention and effort went into the city. By the way, this particular lake that I showed you was intended right from the get-go, but it was finally built in the 1960s. Over time, Canberra has become a thriving city and today continues to function as one. The plan is often lauded for its incorporation of nature and symbolism in its planning. But of course, there are criticisms about it too. For example, unlike cities like Brasilia or Chandigarh, the architecture of the city is not as iconic. A big reason for
It
that
does look a little plain, but you know, not everything needs to be iconic.
is also because Griffin left. He originally had a lot of ideas and ambitious ideas about the buildings within the city, and he wanted to give the city a very unique identity. But after he left, all of those plans were scrapped. But all in all, this is still a successful city, one that has changed and morphed over the years, but has still remained true to its original planning and geometry. Now let's move on to the next city on our list. This is the capital of Pakistan, Islamabad. Now when Pakistan was formed in
Interesting.
1947, the initial capital
Interesting. Islamabad, huh? Usually when I do GeoGuessr, Pakistan's not actually in it. Like Street View, Camera View, Google Car View. Sometimes you get like inside of like buildings. But usually it's like buildings inside of like Lahore. It's not in Islamabad. So again, I mean, we know the channel. The channel's leaning a little bit against Pakistan. Now, again, I got to preface it. Pakistani people don't have any issues with you. It's the government and the extremists that are a major, thorn in everyone's side, right? But as far as like the people, you should judge everybody based on the content of their character. And I hold that true. Everywhere I go, everyone I talk to, every country I talk about, you still need to judge every individual based on the content of their character. Just throwing that out there.
chosen was Karachi, but the government wanted to create a new capital. Thus, Islamabad was born. To create this city, they invited the Greek planner Konstantinos Doxiadis. So,
The voice of America.
let's take a closer look at the design of Islamabad. The entire city is built on a strict grid of square sectors, each measuring 2 km by 2 km. Each of these sectors is further subdivided into 4 parts, and these parts are arranged around a green or a community space. Also, between any two sectors is a park or a green space. This acts as a buffer between the sectors. This simple planning is then repeated throughout the city.
Huh.
Between these sectors runs the main axis of the city called the Jinnah Avenue. The axis goes all the way till this particular part of the city that houses its parliament and the Supreme Court. Another axis perpendicularly cuts
I really like it when cities have a big long road right through the middle of it. It separates it, true, but it also it really kind of like pulls everything together as well.
the main one, and this leads straight to the Shah Faisal Mosque, which is the 6th largest mosque in the world. But as is the case with many
Isn't
cities
the
around
like
the
the
world,
largest mosque in the world in like Indonesia? Or one of the largest mosques in Indonesia? There's also like a mosque on a lake in Indonesia as well, too, right? Well, I guess the largest mosque is probably in the Middle East somewhere. I don't know. I don't know anything about Islam, so
world, the expansion did not keep pace with the growing population. And because of this rapid growth, you do see certain areas where there are unplanned
yeah.
growths of residential.
This is just like, let's just throw stuff down. Why do they keep to the grid? This like throws the whole like feel of the city away.
sectors. Even though the majority of the city does follow the original layout, at the fringes you can see this plan changing. Only time will tell how this city continues to develop in the future. And now
Huh.
let's move on to our final country. Our
He didn't really stick to that one. He didn't really stick to Pakistan all that much, huh?
next city is the capital of India, New
New
Delhi.
Delhi.
Now in
I like New Delhi's design.
1911, the British sought the
I
country.
I do
Only
like
time will
New
tell
Delhi's
how this city
design.
continues to develop in the future. And now let's move on to our final country. Our next city is the capital of India,
With this like this very geometric shape. I like we have a center here, center here, center here. It flows so well.
New Delhi. Now in 1911, the British sought to change their capital from Calcutta to Delhi. And that is when the
I like Calcutta as well. Calcutta's awesome. Calcutta's got some aura to it. All right. All right, I'm gonna stop being an unk for a bit. Calcutta's got some aura, dude. There's just something about it. There's something about it. Maybe it's like the old school design that a lot of the buildings still have. Maybe it's like the old school cars that are still around. Calcutta's got some aura.
idea of New Delhi was formed. Now, before I talk about the design of the city, I want to talk about the main difference between the previous three cities and this city. Where the other three were initiated and created by independent governments formed by the people of the country, New Delhi was formed at a time when India was still a
See, look at this. I really just like how very like trapezoidal and hexagonal everything is, or it's nice.
British colony. So even though it was built in the 20th century and is a capital city today, it is not a city that we the people design. And that becomes apparent when you look at its planning. Now the job to design this city went to Sir Edwin Lutyens. At the center of the entire scheme stood the Viceroy's house. From here, a central access was made right till the India Gate. This was the King's Way.
This is where everyone has this is where like the military parade is held, right? On this road here. People ask me to react to the military parade and stuff, and it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't even react to like my own country's military parades. It's just not something that I do. I don't think I'd find it interesting, you know. I'm not a big fan of parades. I don't know. It's just not my thing, right? Like, I try to everything that I react to on this channel is something that interests me in some form or some fashion or some way, right? And I don't want to dilute that too much, okay?
Way or Rajpath. This axis was transversed in the middle by Janpath, which connected to the Connaught Place. Using these axes and focal points, everything else was ordered. Everything about this plan was monumental, geometric, and symbolic. This city was made to show the grandeur of the British Raj. This plan even led to the creation of one of the greenest spaces in Delhi. But this city, great as it is, was designed to showcase power and monumentality. It wasn't about the people who lived here and called this country their home. So even though after independence we reclaimed it and made it into our capital, the segregation that the British intended was built into the plan. That's why I actually want to introduce one final city in this list. A city that is quite worthy in terms of its urban design, even though it's not our
You said, oh, okay. He said 4 capital cities, but this isn't a capital city.
country's capital. I'm a list. A city that is quite worthy in terms of its urban design, even though it's not our country's capital. I'm of course talking about Chandigarh. Now,
I get Chandigarh a lot in GeoGuessr. As you know, I do a lot of India, right? I do a lot of India. It's not just India. I do USA. I do all over the world. But I do get a lot of Chandigarh.
Chandigarh was the biggest and the most ambitious experiment of India at the time. When Punjab lost its capital Lahore to Pakistan, a new capital was urgently needed. The result was Chandigarh. This city was created in 1952 and designed by the French architect Le Corbusier. Now, even though this is not the country's capital, it is a capital for 2 states in this country. And the reason I want to include this city in this list is because we created it after independence. It was built by the people for the people. The city is laid out on a grid and divided into sectors, each measuring 800 by 1200 meters. These dimensions weren't random. They were chosen because they could be comfortably walked by pedestrians.
I didn't even think about that. Huh.
Vehicular traffic ran mainly on the grid roads outside the sectors with limited entry points, making the interiors more pedestrian friendly. Each sector was self-sufficient with its own market, school, health center, places of worship, and a central green space.
Really? I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So it's like their own little pocket-sized cities within the city. That's really interesting, actually. I guess I've never really noticed that. Like, I get plopped inside of some of these sectors sometimes, and yeah, I mean, it feels very confined. But I guess it never really dawned on me, like, like just the extent of what it is. Huh. Interesting.
In many ways, each sector functioned like a mini city within the larger city.
Get out of here. I just said that.
Corbusier even imagined Chandigarh as a human body. Sector 1, the capital complex with the assembly, secretariat, and high court, was the head. Sector 17, the commercial center, was the heart. The roads were the circulatory system, divided into 7 types, and the lungs of the city were the leisure valley, a continuous green belt running through the entire city. Now, even though this scheme was changed over time and has run into challenges of its own, but you can still see what the original planning here intended, and you can see the difference between New Delhi and Chandigarh. While one was created with power and dominance in mind, the other was created with people and their comfort in mind. I mean, both of them today are great cities, but you can still see the intent behind their designs. And also, one of the reasons I wanted to include Chandigarh is because the other 3 cities that I talked about, all 3 of them were made by the government for the people of their country. So I wanted to include a city that we also created for our people. So maybe forgive me for not adhering to the title.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's super fair.
And talking about just 4 cities. But anyway, that was it, you guys. Those were the 4 cities or 5 cities around the world that were created in the 20th century. 4 of these are country capitals. Now, I have 2 questions for you. Which of these cities have you already been to, and which other city should be on this list? By the way, I know
I've been to neither. What other city should be on the list? To be honest, I really don't know. Like a city's built in the 20th century, like nothing's screaming to me. I'm not 100% certain. A capital city built in the 20th century? Couldn't tell you.
I know a lot of you have requested individual videos about individual cities, like an entire video just explaining one city. I am doing that, and the initial cities that I've chosen are Chandigarh, Jaipur, and Barcelona. So I am creating videos about these to discuss them in detail, but these videos take time, they take a lot of effort, so their release will be a little slow. Please bear with me, I will keep you guys updated. As always, don't forget to like this video, to share this video, to hype this video within the first 7 days, and also to subscribe to BlessedArch. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Who invented the wheel? Which ancient society really invented the wheel? Dan Davis History. The Strange Galaxy Shouldn't Be Possible. Anton Petrov is pretty interesting little channel. It's a very interesting channel. We learn a lot from him. He just sits there and talks. He's got a green screen going on behind him. It's an interesting little channel. Good video. Very good video. Please go and subscribe to BlessedArch. I mean, he's got a substantial amount of more views, subscribers than I do, but still, maybe you're watching and you don't know about him. Go and watch him. It's a good video. I enjoyed it. A lot of interesting little facts here. Yeah. Oh, Brasilia, Canberra, Islamabad, New Delhi, our final city conclusion. Architects. He's got all of his stats in here. He's got courses apparently. What's his code? Does he have a code? Where's his code? All right, guys. It was interesting. It was an interesting little video. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm going to read some of these comments now, see what the other people have to say. Link to the videos in the description down below, by the way. I've been watching a channel like B1M, City Beautiful, etc., and on urban design, transit, walkability, and related topics for years, and happy seeing an Indian channel dedicated to urban planning and architecture delivering quality content like this. Been binging your shorts for a while now. Keep it up, brother. Most mature and rational comment section ever, including India and Pakistan in same video. By the way, I'm Indian. Noida should be here also. Most planned city in the NCR. Thank you for adding a little part of Pakistan. Huge respect and love. I'm from Pakistan. We don't have such content for my own country. Once again, thanks. Also include Punkchkula Ma Nad Moholi in CHD video. I don't know how to pronounce that. Is Chandigarh going to show up in every single video? Probably. I love your channel. I hope more and more people watch your content and people get more interested in urbanism. Make a video on temple architecture, please. I've only been to Islamabad. I've been to none of them. Maybe out of all of them, the one that I'll probably go to first, like the most likely, the one I'd probably want to go to first is probably New Delhi. But the one I would probably most likely go to first is probably Brasilia. Really want to know your opinion, and that's not just because I have a Brazil flag there. Like you should include Barcelona. As a Pakistani, I didn't know about the information you gave about Islamabad. Interesting. You got to make more of these videos, Blessed Arch. We love them. Why you didn't add Bidin Nagar? I am Brazilian and I'm interested to know more about Chatzisgar to compare with Brasilia. Both was made from the same philosophies. Okay. The video felt too short. I love your videos. Please make a video. Felt like you're milking Chandigarh like anything. You were starstruck with the city. How? How did? What? Okay. Chandigarh is no doubt the best city in India. Be it the crowd or the city planning, it's better than New Delhi too. Pin to get 1 million views. Is that true, guys? If we pin this guy, will we get 1 million views? Thumbnail was wild for Pakistan. I didn't even see the thumbnail. I'll be honest with you. I just saw that he uploaded, and I knew that I had to watch it. Oh yeah, India, Australia, Pakistan. Wow. Okay. Cool. Very cool. Guys, link to the video is going to be in the description down below. Please go and check it out. Take care. Goodbye.